for the middle adulthood portion of the interview. This is Alton White. He's age 51. And so I have a few questions in the categories of personality, social interaction, physical changes, and stress. Okay? So I'm going to ask you these questions and you just give me your answer of what what your experience is. So first is going to be personality. And the first question is, would you say, as you've gotten older, are you more agreeable with other people's ideas? Or are you more set in your ways?
It doesn't have to be one or the other.
Right, it's what there's no right or wrong. It's what you think.
I say pretty average down the line.
So both, you can kind of...
A little of each.
Okay. So you can identify with others' ideas, but still kind of hold your own.
Yes.
Okay, so second question is, would you say that you are an individual that likes to be around others? Or are you more introverted? You like to be by yourself?
A little of both.
Okay, so elaborate a little bit.
I can be by myself or with others.
Which one you prefer?
Others, I say be around. I'm a people's person.
Okay. Prefer to be around others. Do you think that has changed since you've gotten older? Do you think that you like to be around more people when you were younger? Or it's pretty much been the same all across the board?
No, I said when I was younger, I was more not liking to be around people as much.
So you were more introverted?
Not all the way, but I would say a little more.
Okay, that's cool. Alright, next is on social interaction. So are you generally happy with your social interactions?
Yes.
Can you elaborate a little bit more?
Not really. But I'm sociable enough and I'm happy with that.
Okay. So alright, so do you think you need more social interaction, more meaningful relationships, or do you think you have the right amount?
I think I have the right amount.
Okay. Alright, next is on physical changes. So, as you've gotten older, how has your view of your body image changed compared to when you were like in your 20s, 30s? Like, how did you see yourself then compared to now? Is it like, was there a bad change, good change? Like,
I don't really see anything other than your average changes.
okay.
Still feel the same, about the same physically, mentally. As you get older, you're more mentally stronger.
Mm-hmm. So gain more like wisdom over the years and stuff like that.
Yeah. Learn to deal with people better. That's it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Do you think you were more self-conscious of your body images or any physical changes back then as opposed to now?
No, I wouldn't say so, but I think as you get older, you be more confident as
Okay.
you get older.
All right. Do you view aging as a good or a bad thing?
I mean, it's natural. It shouldn't be good or bad. It's a process that's going to happen.
So it's a reality. All right. Last portion is on stress. So, can you describe any differences in how you may have coped with stress in your 20s as, like, in comparison to how you cope with stress now? Like, any differences?
I mean, there may have been a time that you worry a little more when you're younger, but as you get older, you realize worrying is not going to change anything. You just do what you have to do to get past it or deal with it.
So
I mean, you're still going to have stress, but you just have to deal with it the right way.
What do you do to cope with stress? Like, say you were in your 20s and something stressed you out. What was something that you used to do to cope with it back then?
I mean, I would think back then, as I recall, you tend to worry a little more. But now you just have to.
No. What'd you do to, like,
I mean,
get over it?
I couldn't really say what I do to get over it, like in a, like just one word. But
Did you, like, I don't know, eat a lot of food? Did you? I don't know.
I mean, some people eat when they're stressed out, but
What'd you do?
I think I used to kind of worry more than likely back
So
then.
you just used to worry. That
Not
you
all
never...
the time, but just kind of. When you worry, I would worry.
So
but
you would kind of let things pass you by, not necessarily.
No, I mean, I would still try to deal with it, but I would be more worryation about it. Now, opposed to now, if I'm stressed out or having stress, you have to, first of all, you have to embrace it and deal with it.
Okay.
And try to get past it. Because all the worrying is not going to change anything at all. So you got hair all over there.
Okay. As far as stress, what would you consider a stressor for you, and how do you cope with the stress or anxiety? So what causes your stress now, and how do you cope with it?
I mean, it can be a list of things. It can be someone quit their job and you need them to do something that day. You might have someone who which had happened recently. Larry just quit. I got a text saying we need a new driver. Larry just quit. So what are you going to do? Worry about it? Or are you going to get on the phone and call people to see if they know anyone who can help with the situation? That's how you deal with it.
Okay, so basically, like, if something was to happen, just anything,
Mm-hmm.
you're the type of person you're just gonna deal with it head on. You're not necessarily going to sit and worry about it and ponder in your head about it. You're kind of just gonna act.
I mean, you still have to look at how you're going to deal with it, but you have to think of a solution, how to deal with it, not just not just the problem side of it.
Like more problem solving.
Yeah, you have to. Like, I need to start on my ribs.
So you think at an age 20 or 30, you used to just do nothing about your stress?
No. Never you do nothing.
What did you do?
I mean, I was still trying to handle the situation, but I remember something back then, you would worry a lot because I think with the experience dealing with certain things, you're going to get to a point, no matter how the situation is, and when you think back, I mean, you always had lights, you always had food, you always dealt with the problem. So, if it's a financial worryation, it has to come to the point when you realize it's always going to, be corrected. Always. You might not see how.
So you use more of like a faith-based thing.
Yeah,
back then.
No, I mean, I still did back then, but as with experience, things become when you more experience. Your problems are going to get solved. Thinking back, you never really had a hard situation where, if it's financially, to where it never got solved. So you just have to know that. I'm not saying you don't have to deal with it now.
So basically, I get what you're saying. Like as time went on, your faith grew stronger to deal with certain issues. So that's what you
anything
use
else.
to deal with stress. Okay.
Is that it?
That is it. Thank you so much for participating. I'm not so loud. Go again, Mama. You can cut it off.